What's going on YouTube? Crypto Matrix here, coming at you another cryptocurrency stream. And guys, overnight the Bitcoin price formed a symmetrical triangle right here and had a nice breakdown, guys. Let me know in the comments if you actually caught that. I definitely put this trade alert up in Zion. Guys, if you want to make excellent gains, get into Zion, guys. It is just amazing times over. The student program is just flying. And over on ELECTRONEUM, guys, a pattern just played out with a massive movement, guys. I want to show you guys exactly what led up to this movement right here. And there's definitely a lot of concern in the crypto market right now. Are we going to bump down into the low 30s, maybe even break $30,000, or is a recovery imminent, guys? I have definitely found some news information as well as what I believe is going to happen. If you're not subscribed yet, then smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, and I'm going to dive right into the price action. And if you haven't signed up using my links, you can save up to over $7,000 in bonuses just by using all of these links right here. And be sure to follow me on each of my social platforms. I do crypto related information that is pertinent, time sensitive on each platform that you guys just can't miss. Okay guys, so we're going to start with the Bitcoin price action here, and we just had a massive dump right out of this symmetrical triangle, guys. And just for reference, I put this up in my private Discord last night, preparing everyone for these trades, guys. And that's the beauty of this. When you have somebody kind of just giving you that little preparation, it makes the trades with understanding a reality, guys. And that's the beauty of my program. We're just really all crushing it. So let me just show you what actually led me to actually make this trade. So for transparency here, I actually got in like right around here, and there's a reason for that. So let's just talk about that. So for instance, we did have the 7 cross the 20 right here on the 15-minute, and actually got my indication while I was sleeping last night. As you guys can clearly see, this is 2:30 in the morning, and it actually just woke me up. So actually the buy was probably like right here, actually a little bit after the alert. Okay, and guys, I rode that down for some massive profit. All right, I actually only used about 10x on this one, so not one of my biggest trades ever, but with 10x at 6%, guys, that's over 60%. Just a nice little profit overnight, guys. Definitely is an amazing feeling. And then right out of it, we have some stuff forming right now, okay? So for instance, we have a very dirty inverse head and shoulders here, which has already actually had a breakout right here, okay? So we are kind of in that movement right now, guys. And in simplicity, what we're kind of waiting for is another pattern to form out. So for instance, we could be forming, you know, a double bottom right here, which would be really nice. We could pump back up. We could be forming just chain theory with wedges, okay? We'd be forming chains. We could be forming a symmetrical triangle here to the side, okay? There could be many things that could be forming, guys. Watch for the retracements here. Watch for the movements around to form your next pattern so you can make your next move, okay, guys? But once this starts to form out a little bit, that's your notification that, hey, it's almost time to make a trade, okay? And then play your indications, for instance, then your patterns within patterns, a combination with indications and volume to make your trade entry, guys. And that is exactly what I'm looking at in the Bitcoin price action for right now, guys. But let's just talk about the daily time frame or actually, let's go to the 4-hour first. Show you guys this here quick. And let me pull up the other EMAs to give you guys a good point of reference here. So for instance, okay, we need to actually reverse back up. The last time we retested the 200 was back on the 21st, and guys, we basically got rejected. We got above it for a brief moment, and this is what I was talking about for those who weren't sure about a head and shoulders pattern forming. Here's the shoulder, here's the head, and I was hoping that we were going to get a breakout out of the symmetrical triangle to the upside, and we would have formed the next shoulder, okay, guys? But that actually did not happen, okay, guys? We broke down out of the symmetrical triangle here. But just for transparency, guys, I actually made this prediction right here. Okay, so a lot of stuff has happened, which actually led up to this actually falling and breaking down, guys. But we did have a moment here where we were either going to make this pattern happen or start something new. So guys, what I said in my last video is that if we actually formed the head and shoulders, that would actually be a more bearish sign, okay? Because that is definitely a reversal pattern. When we hit a head and shoulders there, we could easily have a target which would punch below the legacy line, guys, and that would be a very bad sign. So I think that we actually got this downward motion right here is pretty good sign, okay? We could get a bounce back up, we can get a stronger recovery. Remember, when it consolidates more, think of it like a molecule, it will expand wider, okay, guys? So as this kind of tightens up and kind of goes to the side here, we will hopefully get another move right around here. Remember, as the volume decreases and then increases, you can see that spike in volume there. So for instance, volume decreasing right here, volume increasing right here, volume decreasing right here, volume increasing, decreasing, increasing. And guys, that's something you really have to make note of when you're making your trades. Watch for that decrease and increase in volume when you're thinking about making an entry, and then combine your patterns as well as indications to make that play. Okay? So guys, just in simplicity, we've got to work back up towards the 55, maybe even work towards the 100, and then hopefully eventually work back towards the 200. Guys, we have a lot of work to put in. Let's just go to the 1 hour briefly. Okay, we still have a lot of work to do. We're not even retesting the 20 yet, guys. So that is our next move imminent, guys. So watch for that to actually play out, guys, and watch for this pattern to form out so you can make your next trade a reality. But let's go over and talk about Electronium. Definitely a very popular coin on my page, guys, and I just want to talk about why. There's so many reasons. Let's go down to the 15-minute time frame. Let me just show you guys exactly what I found in the patterns, okay? So right here, we had a very big wedge, okay, guys? I mean, this thing is huge, okay? So, for instance, a lot of people are asking me, how should you measure it like this, or should you measure it like this? And guys, to be honest, I mean, there's such a wide berth here. We only have 2 touches. Like, for instance, a lot of people were showing me charts like really tightened up here. And that's totally acceptable too, guys. But when you're thinking about target projection, okay, think about you want that wide berth there. So for instance, when we actually use wedge theory, measured from the back of the wedge to the point of breakout, and guys, we actually still punched right through that. I mean, this was a massive movement out of this pattern here, guys, and we definitely got all the indications prior to the move, okay? So for instance, right here, we had the 7 crossing the 20 and then breaking the 55 right there, guys. And it's not quite a trifecta, but as you guys can clearly see, notice the volume decrease right before the move. As this moved down, look at the volume drop right off. As soon as some volume came back into the market right there, it started to move back up, and then wham, the moving average moved up, and that's when the move happened, guys. So I can't stress enough, when you see that increase to decrease to increase to decrease, whenever it's decreased, get ready to make your move because something is coming. And if you can combine that in with a pattern as well as an indication, you can make your trade a reality, guys. So let me know if you actually caught this in the comments, guys. This was actually a really nice trade. And just for transparency, guys, there's a bunch of patterns within patterns here. I see almost 7, okay, guys? And if that's something that you don't understand yet, guys, I cannot stress enough. Join the student program and learn to be a financial professional on your own, guys. You don't need, oh my gosh, I've been down that rabbit hole before, guys, and had a supposed professional telling me, you know, they can't predict where the market's going, and to be honest, they just didn't want to do their job. So learning how to do things yourself is such a pivotal tool moving forward with technical analysis. And guys, I also found some news in the Bitcoin price. Let's just jump over to that real quick. So as you guys know, I'm a big believer in Plan B for many reasons. I mean, I'm a firm believer in cryptocurrency. So Plan B thinks, you know, worst case scenario, we could have 135K Bitcoin this year, and he's saying highs could be 450K, guys. And my gosh, it's hard to actually see that right now because of all the downtime happening right now with the drop in price. You know, there's a lot more fear in the market than, for instance, there was a month ago. You know, we were in extreme greed, went right to extreme fear. But guys, the last time we were in extreme fear, the price ended up having a good recovery. And what's something I've been saying for 2 months now, or a month, I'd say a month. I'm looking for an August recovery. Okay, I was kind of joking that, hey, I'm gonna get an early birthday present. My birthday's on the 19th. And guys, I could really see this happening. You got to understand, institution is just pushing the price down for one last attempt to get as much cheap coin as they can. And here's just some more proof of that here. Let me just go over the news here. So Bitcoin could trade at an eye-watering 450,000 by the end of 2021, while 135,000 would be the worst case scenario. And in this article, Bitcoin is to match all-time high in October. So now, even the worst case scenario for Bitcoin, we would still see it trade at 47,000 in August. A slight reversal in September places the minimum target at 43,000, for that month only to be followed by 63,000 in October, near current all-time highs. Things then heat up with a $98,000 Bitcoin on the cards in November and a giant $135,000 by the end of the year. Now, what's interesting, guys, is they're obviously saying that would be the worst case scenario, but other than that, it has been very bullish. So it's been a very exciting year for sure. And as you guys can see, we are right on track for this stock to flow. And yes, we've dropped down recently. Okay, we're probably like right down here. But you guys get the idea. We kind of went up for a moment, and notice each time we've had these bull cycles ending, We peaked way above, way above, way above. I think we will peak way above up here as well. And then, yes, we will get a massive retracement. And then eventually, 4 or 5 years from now, looking for the next leg up, guys. Can you imagine that $1 million Bitcoin? Those will be some really epic times. And guys, let me just show you about, some bigger players looking to get in here. So the author, Robert Kiyosaki, author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, is basically saying that we could be in a bubble here. So he's saying this is going to be the biggest bubble in world history, and it's getting bigger. He warned about the overall macro market climate on Saturday. The biggest crash in world history is coming, buying more gold and silver, waiting for Bitcoin to drop to 24K. Crash is best time to get rich. Take care. So he's saying, we're going to go all the way down to 24K. And guys, the reality is that would be 20% above the previous peak, which has happened basically every time in history. So guys, there's a real sentiment that could actually happen, guys. So make sure you're appropriating your bags properly so that when that dip happens, if it does, you're ready. But just for transparency, guys, I'm actually going to be buying some more Bitcoin today, okay? I'm planning to basically be kind of dollar cost averaging back into coin in these times, anticipating this run up coming either by the end of this year or early next year. There's not a chance in my mind I believe that this full bull cycle is over. It'd be the weirdest bull cycle in history with all the macroeconomics lining up, guys. It just doesn't make any sense. So I'm going to be going more all in than I already am. Every dime I continue to make will be back into cryptocurrency. And guys, that again will yield me some amazing profits, guys. And if you're not making the gains you guys deserve, head right over to the student program at the website. The links are in the description below. And guys, it's just something you have to actually experience to understand. The students are just making life-changing gains. It's really interesting when they all come to me. They're very excited. They want to learn, and they're getting what they want. It's very exciting to see their dreams become a reality. And it all starts with just making a few successful trades and then working up your win percentage, practicing good practices. And my gosh, guys, that's what makes this dream a reality for all of us. Something I always say to my students is, you believe in me, I will believe in you, and that's why they will remember us. The belief of success is such a strong factor, and when you combined with core learned knowledge material, my gosh, guys, the absorption rate is just readily apparent. It's just something you have to experience to really understand. For instance, I had not a friend, but somebody I went to high school with, and they were, I guess, in a struggle. They had a business go down, they were trying to get investors and stuff, and they messaged me about investing with them, and I said, why would I do that? I can make all this money trading. And I actually just tried to steer him towards Zion, the land of the free. And it's like, why would I pay for a Discord? And I'm like, guys, and I thought in my head, I'm like, wow, I don't want this guy to see it. And the reality is people don't understand what we're doing in Zion. I'm not interested. I'm really not interested in them being there. What we have there is something beautiful and unique. It will never be a free server where people are just in and out and scams are riddled throughout it. I mean, my gosh, guys, that's what we're just trying to avoid at all costs. And as you guys know, scammers come to the YouTube pages all day and scam people all the time. I actually had a comment on Facebook the other day. Somebody named Isabel DaCosta, some random person never seen before, but they basically put that they got scammed by me. And I said, why are you putting this crap on my page? And the reality is that there's probably people out there stealing my name, trying to scam people left and right, and probably succeeding. So guys, all I can say is, if you see anyone referring you to WhatsApp or Telegram, I will never have those. Okay, I have a private email where I have a buddy who answers it. I have access to it as well. And other than that, Zion is the only way you guys can actually get a hold of me. And I cannot stress enough, guys, be very careful out there. We live in some very trying times where people are getting very desperate. Remember, there's a lot of mass manipulation out there. People are hurting. So understand you must protect yourself, especially in a new form of currency, okay? It is very easy to get scammed out there these days, guys. And that's why I really want you guys to really learn and take your financials into your own hands, because that's the best form of protection I can give you moving forward for yourself. Not only that, but leaving a legacy for your family is really what we all want to do. And guys, I can't be transparent enough. I have already done that for my family, and I'm not done yet. All right, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep working hard, and I'm going to leave a massive legacy for my family by the time I go. And guys, just remember, if you don't come from a rich family must come from you. And with cryptocurrency, I make it as easy as riding that wave. I am Crypto Matrix. I'll catch you guys later.
Jungle.